let's talk a little bit about what did not go well tonight. What did not go well for each one of the leaders?
I think the worst problem for Carney was when he was attacked on his activities for his company, and we that's the first time we've seen it in this kind of forum. It didn't come out in the French debate, but I do believe that all three of the other candidates raised issues about tax havens and et cetera, et cetera. And that has been under the radar in most of the media. There's been a little coverage of that, but to have it said many times over and over during this debate, I think will hurt Carney, because not only does he come off as a boring banker, which he is, but to be a guy that uh, he's being nailed as being in everybody's pocket, you know. That's how I took it, and hiding taxes, etc., is not a good look.
I
Okay.
think it's a strong line of argument for the NDP, honestly, to keep
Yes.
if the NDP have any future, and I mean, I'm giving away my left-wing leanings a little bit, but I mean, if they have a reason to exist as a separate party, I mean, ostensibly there's a market for those left-wing policies.
Yes.
And if you're going to run against the former head of Brookfield Asset Management, whose first act as prime minister was getting rid of the carbon tax inclusion, the capital gains include, essentially his first act was to reduce capital gains taxes. And I mean, as someone who some years has made more money from capital gains than from normal income, I oppose that. I think there should be no separate inclusion rate. I think income is income. And I think it's a strong attack for both the NDP to go on that. I don't know that Singh was able to attack Carney as much as he needed to. I do think he targeted Polyev a little, but I know, and I know something that I may have taken away from Polyev's intended prime ministerial image was when he kept on saying during Singh's talk about his time as housing minister, false, 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 false. I don't. You can just respond and say, "Oh, that's not true." I don't know. It sounded a bit childish, but I don't know that anyone was particularly above the fray in that regard. There was a lot of interrupting, and I think it reflected poorly on everybody.